Welcome back, guys, to Fish Scales and Shrimp Tails. So, I wanted to do just a quick video on feeding fish. I've seen some other videos before that were done, and it always bothered me that nobody really showed a clear demonstration of just how much food they were feeding. Size of an eye, or their stomach is the size of their eye. There's all kinds of little tricks that people try to use. It never really made a lot of sense. I always just wish somebody would show me what they're doing so I would have a baseline to go from. So that's my point today. I was getting ready to go on vacation, and I'm setting some food aside for my brother-in-law to feed the fish while I'm gone. And I thought it would be a great opportunity to show you guys just what I'm doing for that, so you have a reference point. You're familiar with the tanks, you've seen me set them up, you know the fish that are in them. So here we go. But I want to say quickly, I got these at Dollar General, guys. They're like tiny little pill bottles, I guess, is what they are. This is perfect for feeding your fish when you're on vacation. Put the amount of food you need in here, and then whoever is coming to feed your fish can just rip the lid off, pour it in, walk away, and you don't have to worry that they've mismeasured it or you didn't teach them or not. This is perfect. This is exactly what I'm going to do. So just thought I'd mention it, guys. So I'm going to do the live bear tank first. So in that tank there are 4 swords, 3 cories, 1 Borneo Hill Stream louch, and a small colony of Skittles shrimp. That's kind of my Skittles tank as well. So I'm going to feed my fish every other day while I'm on vacation. So my swords are going to get bug bites. You can use any food, guys. This is just a representation of what I'm using. I'm going to put it in here first just because I kind of have to do it by feel, guys. But yeah, I feel like that's probably about right. So just for size comparison, guys, grab some change. I just want you to see for a size comparison. So here we go. Here is what I'm going to feed that tank. Now, I'm not quite done yet. There's one other thing. This is powdered food I've made myself. It's not that hard. It just requires a coffee grinder. There's a bunch of flake food in here, a bunch of the algae wafers, bunch of dried bloodworm, anything that's really high in protein. I've put it all in a coffee grinder and ground the heck out of it till I get this sort of powder. So don't use this as a representation for using like something like Bacter AE. This is probably much less potent. So because there are shrimp in that tank, I'm also going to put in some powdered food. Now, so what we're doing here, this is what your cories and your swordfish and all of those sorts of fish are going to eat, guys. But in my live bears tank, this is what I'm feeding the swords and the cories every other day. The powdered food, you would be forgiven to think that that's specifically for the shrimp. I'm not feeding powdered food to feed shrimp. I'm feeding powdered food to grow biofilm. Shrimp eat the biofilm. So do the autocinkless catfish. So this little bit of powder, although yes, you'll see the shrimp picking at it, they'll be up on the surface plants, pecking away at the surface, trying to grab the food as it floats by. But the idea behind that is it'll settle into the tank, and everywhere it lands, it'll begin the process of growing biofilm, which is great for your baby shrimp. If you have any live, like tiny live bears, newborns born in the tank, they'll get this little bit of powdered food. This is literally, guys, this is, sorry, I keep moving that around. It's hard to keep still. I didn't have anything other than a black garbage bag to put down. That's what they're going to get every other day. It's not a lot, guys. And that's possibly more than they actually need. And to be fair, if I was feeding my shrimp tanks have 3 cories and 3 autocinclus and a mystery snail and 2 neorite snails in every single shrimp tank I own. And again, the mystery snail, the neorite snails, and your autocinclus and all of your shrimp, they're eating biofilm. This is where your interest lies. I'm only feeding 3 cories. I don't need that much food going into my shrimp tank. If I'm only feeding 3 cories in my shrimp tank, that's all I need. That's literally all I need. This extra food is all that I put in for the other 4 fish that are in my live bears tank. This is it, guys. I hope this helps. I know it's just another video on feeding, and everybody's done a video on feeding. On a day-to-day basis, I would feed something similar to this to my fish if I was feeding them every day, but I make good practice of not feeding my aquariums at least twice a week. And typically before the day that I'm going to not feed, I'll feed bloodworm the day before. So they get a pack full of protein, and then the aquarium has a day to sort of rest and process the food waste from the previous days. I think that's very good practice to always do. I know if you're trying to breed cherry shrimp, you're probably feeding them very heavily every day. That's a bit of a different story. I mean, I am breeding them, but I'm more enjoying keeping them than I am breeding them. I don't want the hassle of daily water changes all the time in canisters. I want to do this very simply, naturally, easily. So this is all I feed my fish, guys. Like a bottle like this, if I didn't keep dumping them over by accident, would last me forever. And this stuff here is just a powder that I ground up in a coffee grinder. I mean, I don't know how long that's going to last, but quite a while, I think. And then, like I said, guys, these little things, these are great for going on vacation. I'm just going to put all that in here and put a lid on it, and when he comes by every other day, he's going to pour that in the tank, walk away, and never think twice about it. I do feed the snowflakes every now and then to the shrimp. Usually I'll do that if I'm sitting down here in the basement and I want to watch the shrimp and I've already fed them for the day. I'll toss that in the tank because that doesn't really pollute the water. That can sit in the tank without worry if they're not eating it, and it won't pollute the water. And the snails and the autocinclus actually go after that stuff too. You'll see the autocinclus on the ground, munching around on the ground all around that. Snails too. I hope that helps, guys. Short little video, quick to the point. Not very exciting, but hopefully it's very helpful to some of you. Until the next time, guys, take care. See you later.